Hey beautiful souls, it's Lisa Driver and you can find out more about me at lisadriver.com. In today's video, we are talking boundaries. I've got my blue on. We're going to activate our throat chakra and we are going to cut some cords of codependency. All right, so today's book is Boundaries and Bucket Filling. This is a book that I published after having a child and really feeling my energy just pulled in so many different directions. I did publish it between my first daughter, Zoe, and my second daughter, Autumn, being born. So 2017 is the publication date. It's full of exercises and tips on how to really take care of yourself, to fill your bucket, to practice simple self-care, and to really try and experience more joy from a place of what matters to you. Now, the people pleaser in me was always so good at filling everyone else's bucket, but when it came time to fill my own, I really sucked at it. So this is something I've learned, and I share all the tools and tips and tricks in this book to do that. And one of my favorites is an energetic tool called cord cutting. And I'm going to read the excerpt and then we're actually going to do a cord cutting meditation and visualization that you can listen to again and again and again. Just bookmark this video, save it in your inbox if you're getting my newsletters, and really know that it's there for you on the days where you're feeling overwhelmed. Now, what is cord cutting useful for? Well, cord cutting is sort of an energetic visualization where you let go of the people that have maybe attached to you. Do you ever feel like someone's just in your life to kind of take from you, to really feed off that sensitive and nurturing, giving energy that you have, that love that you so freely give, that people-pleasing tendency that you have, or maybe even as a mom, your kids can sometimes just feel like they're taking and taking and taking, and you're never really refilling that bucket. And at the end of the day, you're just like, oh my gosh, I have nothing left to give. Well, this is where cord cutting can come in handy. Now, one of the things I love to teach about cord cutting is we're only cutting the cords of negativity. So energetically, I talk about this in opening up. We're all made of vibration. We're made of cells, we're made of water, and that water responds to vibration. It's why when you walk into a room, you can be like, oh, something was happening here. Or you go into the home of your dreams and instantly you're like, this is it. I just knew it. I just felt it. It's just, this is the one. It's vibration. It's the energy that you're responding to. And one of the things about vibration is it can be a high vibe or low vibe. And all of the emotions, all of the high vibe, low vibe, it's all valid. But what we want to do with cord cutting is really get rid of some of that low vibe energy that's pulling on our high vibe goodness. So I call them in this book happiness leeches. And these are the people that come into your life just to take. They are not mutually beneficial relationships. This is something I love to preach. Find yourself some mutually beneficial relationships where you give and you receive. You feel safe to trust and they trust you back. That mutually beneficial relationship where it's not always give and receive in that encounter, but it does balance itself out, is so important to an empath or an intuitive. And it's really, really important to the people pleasers out there, because otherwise you tend to get stuck in burnout and resentment and all of those gross feeling like shame or guilt or ugh, where you just don't even want to show up anymore. And then you just kind of get to that point where you're just like, nobody gets my energy anymore. At least that's what I do. So let's get into cord cutting. We are only cutting away the negative. Those cords of love, those cords of connection remain. And this is really important when I'm working with clients and they're talking about cutting cords to their family or to people that are super close to, that they're just nervous that they just don't want to like cut that person out of their life entirely. They just want to kind of cut out the tendency to show up, and never have the other person show up. And that's where the rest of the book about building some boundaries and asking for what you want is also super duper helpful. So make sure you get your signed copy at lisadriver.com or driverworks.ca. But cord cutting cuts the negative, leaves the love. Now we are all connected, just like this beautiful tree behind me, to each other with cords of love. We are all made from the same energy, that beautiful source energy of love. Call it spirit, God, universe, pick a word, any word. It's that pulse of life, that pulse of love that flows to you and through you and out into the world and the universe and expands and happens to have this beautiful ripple effect that 9 times out of 10 you don't even get to see. So let's clear that up. Let's leave the goo behind and activate the beauty and the love. So here's what I say. Now, if you have boundaries and bucket filling, this is found on page 43. So I say, you should find in using this visualization that all of your relationships improve with communication clearer, respect deepened, and patience magnified almost miraculously. Okay? Now, what I want you to do while I read this is to close your eyes. You can place your hands on your heart to receive or in your lap open to receive. Okay? So find a quiet space and take 3 deep breaths. As you breathe, you feel your body relax and your mind begin to silence. Breathing deeply, you visualize yourself standing in a room that's filled with sparkling light. The light may take on a color in your mind or simply stay white, shiny, and radiant. Now you can welcome in your angels, departed loved ones, or any other spiritual teachers or ascended masters you'd like to work with, and feel their love add to and amplify the power of this sparkling, radiant light. As this sparkling energy shines, feel the love, the forgiveness, the freedom, and the peace that it offers you. See this love radiating through you, around you, and feel it cleanse you of any pain, resentment, anger, or heaviness. Take a deep breath. Breathe it in and stay in this peaceful space as long as you need before continuing on. Now visualize those in front of you who may have taken advantage of your kind heart. See all those who you feel have been emptying your bucket as vividly as possible. Now, one person at a time, whoever pops into your head first, welcome them forward so you see just them in the room with you. Visualize the sparkling light of the room, filling them up, clearing your relationship, and releasing any energetic cords of attachment or dependency. Ask your angels to release you both from the heaviness of this connection. Feel the powerful light remove any guilt, anger, or resentment in your heart as you let go of this attachment, intending that only love for this person remains. Try your best to see their shimmering, perfect, divine soul within. And if you need, you might also picture them as a small child or baby, which also helps with compassion and forgiveness. Now say to them, either in your mind or out loud, "Thank you for your role in my life. Thank you for helping me grow and for all that my experience with you has taught me. I release any negative attachments to you now. And we are both free to live a life of happiness and peace. I am free and you are free. I wish you the best as we both move forward. And I intend that only love and respect remains between us. And so it is. If the person is someone you want to remain in your life, set intentions and ask your angels to amplify the love you share and to keep the lines of communication open as you move forward. Letting go of the past and wiping the slate clean, for today is a new day. Now you may cry or shiver or yawn or feel tingles throughout your body as you release. And I encourage you to slowly come back to the space. And then if you feel called, you can go back and bring more people forward and picture them sparkling and radiating and go back and listen to that beautiful intention. Now I will include that intention in my blog on lisadriver.com. And if you're watching this on YouTube, you'll see that blog link in the comments below. You can click on that to really read through that, especially that conversation that you have. My favorite part of that is I am free and you are free. You really are wishing these people the best and hoping that they can go on their journey to find what they need. And sometimes, as I talk about in my 4th book, You Are Enough, that's not you, and that's okay. Maybe they're just there to mirror to you what you don't want. That's okay. You can still send them off with love and then make room in your life for the people that will come and mirror support to you. So it's such an important exercise. And I talk a little bit more about cord cutting in my 1st book, Opening Up. And you can check that out as well. I'll likely link the cord cutting, the basic exercise with Archangel Michael in my blog as well. I'll make a note to do that. But you can hear my throat chakra. As we do this, we give ourselves permission to ask the angels for what we want. Those relationships that are mutually beneficial and those relationships that really welcome in our sensitive heart, as I talked about in my earlier video this month. So go and watch that, because if you're an empath, you need to be clearing this energy regularly. You need to be cutting those cords regularly and setting yourself up to be open and to continue to have clarity on what is your energy and what is others. Because otherwise we do tend to slip into that people-pleasing tendency, and we do tend to lead the next generation from a place of striving and wanting to achieve and wanting to give to others, and not necessarily authentic, vulnerable honesty, which is what the world needs now more than ever. So please let me know in the comments below if that exercise has helped, what your favorite part of that exercise was, or if you have similar exercises that you like to do to clear your energy and keep that empathic heart really feeling open and ready for all of that beautiful daily joy that the universe is bringing you. Until next time, you guys, I'm sending you lots of love, and we'll talk soon. Bye.